Okay, today I'm working on the tilting the front end of the 56 Chevy. I got one bar in already here. I also ran another bar across the front here. It's bolting down the grill, making it all rigid because I don't have the splash pan on. So we're not going to run that. So anyways, I got to get this cut. And this one is just going to reinforce. It's going to kind of go up to one of the bolts up here from the hood to here. Okay. So we're going to get that one installed. And then we'll get the other side installed. And then we'll take a look at how much more bracing we need in there. Anyways, let's get doing it. Okay, what I got here is my bar that's going to go up like this, up in there. I cut 2 slots in here, kind of see that. And I got a piece of I got a tab up here that I bolted onto the inner fender, where the fenders bolt onto the inner fender wells. And I'm just going to put this up in there, see if it fits. Does, you call that a good job. Just kind of a little reinforcement there. Okay, I think that's going to work for me. I'm going to go ahead and copy this for the other side, and then I'll put that baby in. Okay, I think I got it. Let's take a look at it. So I don't know, now you can see kind of what I was doing. Put that bar in right there. Kind of see I used a bracket there where I bolted on there. There you go. You can see that. So that's just one of the bolt holes that holds the inner fender well onto the fender, and I just drilled it through the hood flange so I could bolt the hood together. And then I came all the way over here and I did the same thing up here. Okay, so now I got me a brace that runs down. You can see the tunnel ram in the background there. I still got to cut a hole in the bottom of the hood there, the top of the hood. But now, it's kind of hard to see, but I got a bracket or a brace running down here, down to brace the front end off, okay? And then like I've said, I have another tube right here that I made that bolts to the bolts onto the bottom or the top of the bottom flange on the grill. Then we go out front. So my plans are, kind of see that's the front. Kind of see that bar in through the grill. So my plans are to get, I'll show you this little bracket that I bought at a swap meet a little bit ago. It's kind of a cool little bracket. So that bracket says Mr. Roadster. It's actually made for a for putting the front bars on the radius bars on a front end for a straight axle. Anyways, I'm planning to bolt that on to the frame rail, kind of like that. Okay, let me see if I can get that a little better picture here. So that'll be my pivot point, and I'll probably put a bit of a gap in between it like this, you know, with another spacer there. And kind of the plans is to use this here hole right here and press a bearing in there, and that way I can make a bracket that comes off of this, and it goes up to, yeah, so this will sit there like that, something like that, and then it'll go up to this bracket here, and I'll put a plate up here, reinforce all that so that we can have a good solid mounting pivot point for the front end to tilt on. And I got to have the front pivot point right here out in front of the grill like that. That way, when the front end tilts forward, it'll lift, the grill will lift up away from the frame rail, and it won't hit the frames and when it stands straight up. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other side, get the bracketry on there, and get that going for us. Once we get that all done, I'll weld it all up. And then I'll come out here, and you can kind of see where I have plans to cut the front end right there at the blue tape line there. And so anyways, let's continue on and get something done here. Okay, let's get some brackets put in here. Set this down on the floor here. Go up there and put a bracket in. Up here. Put that there. Okay, now we'll see how these brackets fit in there. For the braces, I mean. So like that. I think I'll have to push the front end out just a little bit. Oops. Get me a little hammer here. different angle there. I could go ahead and tack this one. Let me turn that welder on. I'll tack this one on. And then push it into the right place. See what we get here. Okay. Throw me a quick little measurement on there. See if each side's the same. We're pretty darn close. About 5 inches on both sides. Yeah. All right. Let me grab this other bracket here. We'll see how it fits. All right. That's a good start. Turn this noisy thing off. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. So here we go. I got the same kind of bracket up there. There it focused in. Your brace coming down to your grill. Got her attaching there. All around. And then a brace going up here. Back up, back up. Yeah, let's see if it'll focus in there. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, now I'm going to make a plate for on here and figure out my pivot point. And when I come back, hopefully I'll have that all figured out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drill the hole for a 5/8 bolt right here. I've already got a pilot. I use the 1/8 inch drill bit for a pilot. And I like using, when I want a real good round hole, I like to use these step bits. Oops. These step bits here. And I just mark them to how deep I want to go. And that way you get a really, they make really round holes in thinner material. Okay. So I think I'm using, I don't know, maybe 10 gauge here. Can't remember. 1/8 inch basically. Okay, let's. Here's my holes, and like I've done in the past on this on my videos, I always like to take a countersink and deburr the edges. It just makes for a nicer little taper on the holes, and they're cleaned and deburrs them. Just a little finish on it. Turn that down. Countersinks want to go slower. Just barely hit it. Enough to take the burr off. Okay. And if you don't have a countersink handy, you can actually use the step drill. You can see that it has a slight bevel on it too. So you could actually just use the step drill and just tap it. Okay? Okay, I gotta make a template for a spacer. So I gotta space this out away from the frame rail, about a 1/2 inch, so that bolt don't hit. So that means I gotta put a spacer right in here where these bolts are, because this is where it bolts to the frame rail. So I got a piece of 1/4 inch aluminum that I'll cut out 4 spacers so I can get a 1/2 inch. Okay. So I just need to trace this one out here. Well, I couldn't find the beeswax, but WD-40 works too. Very little on the pad there. Keeps the aluminum from sticking in the pores. So that WD-40 works really good on your grinding pads, sanding pads, and grinders and whatnot, for this stuff not to stick to. But you got to make sure you get all that WD-40 off before you start welding on it. Otherwise you're going to get some not so good welds. Alrighty. So now all we got to do is fit these on, and I'll go drill some holes in these things. Give us get our templates here. All right, let's go back to the drill press. Okay, here's the tilt front end mount that I got. I got a little bit of cleaning up to do on it, and of course welding it. But I got the upper structure here all plated in, tubes plated in, a couple brackets there. So I'll have to get the right size bolts and whatnot, you know, to put in and install and everything. You can kind of see it through the grill here. You can see a little bit of the plate there. So that'll look pretty good in there. I think that'll tilt me out plenty far enough. At least up past 90 anyways, which is really all I really need. So next is to do the other side, and which I got all the parts cut for it, and I just have to do it. Getting excited. So after I get the driver's side done there, like this, then I can run over here and slice the fenders, and then it'd be ready to flip up. So anyways, you can kind of see it there a little bit. So anyways, if I don't get busy, I won't get the other side done. All right, I'm going to probably go off screen here and finish up the other one, and then I'll come back and show the front end, you know, all mounted. Okay, here's a shot of the front end tilting pivot points. That's the one we've already seen, the passenger side. We'll swing over here. Got a little dizzy there. Whoa, what's going on? I stepped on the cord to the camera. Okay. Basically the same thing. I mean, it's all there, ready to work. Now, before I'm all done and everything, I'm gonna put I'm gonna tie this together with a flat bar plate, you know, an 1/8 inch bar going across here, tie that all together so that these don't move in and out and everything, and makes it a little stronger. Then, like I said, of course, we got to get the right size bolts and make them look good in there and everything. And I haven't decided if I'm going to tack weld this bolt here right back in there. I mean, you got to take the front end off anyhow. You got to take that aluminum, this piece here, back out here. You got to take this piece here off to even try to get this bolt out, you know. So I might just bolt it in there or weld it in there, and that way it won't turn. But there's you can see it, yeah, you can see down in there, right down in here. You can see the brass bronze bushing in there, and you can see it kind of over here. So I pressed in a bronze bushing in those so that, you know, it's wearing on the bushing in there, rotating on it. And so anyways, I'm pretty jazzed now. I'll probably call it a night now. It's getting late. But I just had to get that all made up. So come in tomorrow or the next day when I get back working on it again. Whoops, had my fingers in the picture there. Then I'm gonna cut the front fenders right there, right up that line there, and then it's going to be able to flip forward, which I can't wait. After I do that, then I can structure up the, you know, brace up the hood a little bit more, I think, and then I'll probably cut the hole in the hood for the tunnel ram to stick through, carburetors. So anyways, that's just where I'm at. Glad to see that that's done. Can't wait to see the rest. Alrighty, gonna sign off here now.